Okay, hello everyone. I'm Scarlett, and today we're going to talk about some Sandersides while I try to draw. This is my first time trying to record and draw, so please be nice about it. Anyways, today I'm gonna talk about the term dark side, cause I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan of it. So it's just I don't know. Oh, also, bit of a warning that this is probably gonna have spoilers for Intrusive Thoughts. So if you haven't seen that episode of Sandersides yet, then what are you doing here? Go watch it. It's great. So anyways, oh shoot. So new Darkseid was revealed. Like, I don't know how long has it been, but a new Darkseid was revealed. His name is Remus. He's Stinky Rat Boy. So, I saw this post, like, saying, like, how Logan could be a Darkseid. So, and I was like, I need to give my thoughts on the term Darkseid, like, real quick. Cause I don't know. I feel like the name Darksides doesn't really fit any of them. Let me sort of explain. So the term Darkseid was created by Roman over here. You know, the character that has the most black and white view of the world, you know, so he's totally reliable, totally. But, moving on from that point, he created it as, like, when Deceit first appeared. And people have been using it to describe all of the new sides, and Virgil, because Virgil was confirmed to be part of them. You know, be like that. I should really write scripts for this. So people have been calling them dark sides, and the rest of the sides, like our main four, they've been called light sides, because that makes sense, you know? They're the good guys, right? So here's why I don't think that fits here's why I don't think the term dark side really fits. It's because I feel like they're, like, for example, whenever, like, a side does something, like, that's, like, questionable, like, sort of, like, you could see it, like, as bad for Thomas. People are, like, in the fandom, like, oh my god, what if this side was once a dark side? Dun dun dun. And I think the reason why that is because all the sides are technically gray. Like, I've seen people say, like, oh, Virgil isn't a true dark side, he's a gray side. You know, not a lot of people actually use the term gray side, because, you know, I don't know. But, you know, it's like, yeah, he's not a dark side, but he's not a light side. You know, he can contribute good things and bad things. But I would argue that all the sides do that. Like, technically. Like, freaking... Okay, let's okay. Logan is Thomas's logic. He's, like, his common sense and stuff. He's his eagerness to learn. Like, that's good, but, like, sometimes he's a bit too strict, and sometimes he can be a bit too, apathetic. Could, like, I don't know, that could hinder process, as we can see from learning new things about ourselves. I think that's the name of the episode. Frick me. I don't remember episode names now. But as you can see, that the deadlines and the pressure of, like, Roman wanting, like Logan to actually like his work, because nothing seems to be professional enough for him. Quoted as Roman said. So that could hinder process of videos and stuff, and but also with Roman, he's a bit too mean. He's a bit too mean to everyone. To everyone. He's been a bit, well, except for Patton. I don't think he's ever, wait, no, he has been mean to Patton. Let me, never mind. You know, and all that insecurity can also hinder process for videos, and you know, that's sort of Thomas's job, so that's not good. And our fucking shit. But also Patton, like, as we see in the newer videos, he's been a bit too strict and saying, like, is Thomas a bad person? And making Thomas feel bad because he thinks that he might be a bad person just because he has some parts of him that may or may not, you know, may or may not be good, like deceit. Now, lying in a lot of peeps' eyes is bad. Well, yes, most of the time, manipulation. Not most of the time, all the time, manipulation is bad. But he's just, I don't think, a lot of people, like, exaggerate deceits, like trait, like, deceit. That sounds like such a bad name for a character, that everyone exaggerates and it makes him this super manipulative person. Manipulative, that's how you properly say it, manipulative person. When he's not really. Like, some person, like, accurately described him as the as more of a Dr. Doofenshmirtz person. Like, yeah, he's a villain. But no matter how seriously he wants to portray himself, he doesn't really accomplish that, you know, thing. It's just, and, like, the funny thing about it is that in selfishness versus selflessness, like, deceit didn't really call Thomas a bad person that many times. Like, I think you can consider him calling, like, if I remember correctly, like, I think he only called him two times a bad person, sort of. Like he said, like, maybe Thomas isn't as innocent as you perceive him, and that could be interpreted as him saying Thomas is a bad person. But, like, at the same time, you know, not really, but, like, the other time is, like, more obvious that he is sort of calling Thomas a bad person. And that's, like, when he said, like, Thomas, it seems that your morality is pointing south these days towards hell. You know, that's just him being extra. But with Remus, the interesting part is that he's calling Thomas a bad person every 5 freaking minutes. You know, it just be like that, you know. Love it how one of the villains I don't know, of this series is being called. It's like doesn't really call the main character that bad of a person. Like, I don't know. You could debate that that entire episode was just about Disney trying to convince Thomas that being selfish sometimes isn't that bad. Or, like, I'm just saying. But that's interesting. But like, as I was saying, like all the sides, they contribute like good things and bad things. Like for Remus, he's a new character, so we haven't really seen a lot of his good contributions. Does he even have any? I'm not sure. We have to wait and see. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like maybe like the term dark sides and light sides aren't an accurate way to like call all of the sides because of how gray they can be. So, and the interesting part is that, you know how I said that Roman was the one who named them dark sides, you know? And obviously, like, since Roman is a fan of the traditional fantasy where people are portrayed as good or evil and nothing in between, you know, it makes sense for him as a person who has a bit of more of a black and white mentality to, like, call them dark sides. But here's the thing. Virgil, who seems to have an adamant hate for all of the dark sides, all of them, doesn't call them dark sides. He calls them the others. He has never once, in my memory, called them dark sides. It's like the others or Deceit and his friends. So I don't know. Like, I still call them dark sides to be simplistic, because a lot of the fandom does call them dark sides. But it's like, it's a bit confusing when you're debating, because you can point out, like, bad stuff that some side did and call them, oh, they were once a dark side, because, you know, that's fun. But then you can also point, like, at other sides and say, oh, they're a dark side. Look at this damaging thing that they did, you know? So I don't know. From now on, I'm gonna try to call the dark sides the others, because it makes more sense. Because you know, they're the other sides of Thomas that Thomas represses. And you know how repression ain't that great? Well then, remember, like, or like someone saying, like, oh, Thomas shouldn't accept the dark sides. And I feel like it's not a good thing, because if he doesn't, like, accept that he has these, like bad parts of him, he's never going to let down the topic of him being a bad person. That's just how it's gonna be. Like, the topic of being a bad person is gonna come up every freaking episode, man, if he doesn't do that. Because even if they're not the greatest parts of Thomas, they're still a part of him, and they still contribute something. So, you know, that would, like, him, I don't know, I feel like him not accepting them, like, for being part of him. I'm not saying that he should think that they're good sides of him, But I'm not saying that he shouldn't acknowledge that he has parts of himself that can be, you know, a bit bad. It's just, it's not gonna work, and it's probably gonna, it's a bit toxic, because like, humans aren't these, like, perfect beings. We're always gonna have bad parts of each other. That's just how it's gonna be. That's how it's always gonna be. You know, and we can't change that. We just have to accept that there are parts of us that, you know, that aren't that great. So, it's just... So, I feel like Thomas should accept that he has these parts of him, because then it's just like, I don't know. We're just gonna be on the topic of if or if not Thomas is a bad person for the rest of the series. So, you know, God, I wish I had a script, but at the same time that would not work. Because I'm drawing and recording at the same time, and I can't just look at a script every freaking, like, because then I won't get anything done. It's just, but I don't, God, this is so badly explained, but basically, what I'm saying, all the sides are gray. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't call them dark sides, but, like, we have to acknowledge the fact that all the sides are gray. They're a part of Thomas. We also have to remember they're a part of Thomas, so they can't be, like, completely evil. It is Thomas. I know we've been debating in the Sandershide series whether or not Thomas is a bad person, but he's not but trust me, he's not a bad person. So, you know, being a part of Thomas, I don't think it's gonna make you the most evil person in the world. That's just not how it works, bro. As you can see, Remus acts like a total child, and Deceit is just a goof. It's just someone who's absolutely trying to be intimidating, but is absolutely failing. Like, he does it, like, he freaking, like, he can intimidate sometimes, but most of the time, it's not that intimidating. Like, we've seen him. He's not that serious. But I hope you understood any of this. Hopefully. I'm not sure if this makes any freaking sense, but let's hope it does. So, you know, let me tell you about the thing that I drew. Okay. So I drew like 3 different things, and these are sketches that I've had for a bit. So this is Marlin, Mead, and Dory as the fish. I'm sorry if that Dory isn't that great. I can't draw fish. This is a friend of mine. He is the boy. And this is for my Finding Roman AU. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this poorly explained thing. And I guess we'll see you next time. If you want me to do more of these, then I'm happy to do them if I can figure out how I can upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes. I'll probably figure it out once I try to upload this. I'll probably have figured it out. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.